Hello, my friends. Happy Sunday to you. Jacob's here. Yes, indeed. Am I being spied on? Is that what's going on? There's some weird stuff's been going on around my house. So I left the gym today, as I always do, and I'm on my way home. And I noticed there's somebody like 2 houses down from me, and he's operating like a high-tech drone. So I think that's strange, right?
That's crazy. Man, this is just nuts that you got this thing right outside of my house.
It's weird. You see, here's the thing, right? When you deal in the conspiracy world, when you talk about stuff like this, kind of goes without, it goes without saying that you could be put on the government radar for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't know why anybody would put me on that radar. I don't even think I'm on it. It's like, I'm in my pajamas right now, basically. I don't think I'm on anybody's radar, it's like I'm a goofball. I don't know why that would be, but it is, okay, so it is strange, okay? I've seen, one video after another video, a lot of conspiracy theories, a lot of conspiracy channels, right, coming on there saying, yeah, well, the FBI came to me and they had a talking to me, and Homeland Security showed up and they had a talking to me, and I even remember, one YouTuber too pointing to a camera that was put up on the street, but right across from the dude's house, which is strange, right? It's like, are you being watched? Are you being watched with a couple of 100,000 subscribers? That was the question I asked. Are you? Maybe you are. Maybe it's a possibility, right? So about 6 months ago, one of our neighbors passed, sadly, and then another as well. And then quickly the house was on the market, and then quickly this family moved in. And then we were invited to kind of a get-together, which was kind of a cool thing. We don't usually do that. Dan and I kind of stay on the down low. We're kind of on the low key. Don't really go out much, right? Just have peanut butter and jelly waffles and cups of tea. And so I have my almond milk, but that's besides the point. So we get together. And, I'm curious who moves right behind me. It's literally behind me. Who's in that house over there? And he works for Homeland Security. Yeah, so I thought, I go, wow, that's interesting. So, of course, I had a good time asking questions about all sorts of things without tipping my hand too much and not sounding a little too, conspiratorial. Because you never know, why did he move in behind? So recently they just moved out. Another very nice family. They actually moved to another place completely. I've seen their house as well. My daughter is friends with their daughter, Question could be, right? No, I'm just kidding. I don't think that way, but there are people that do. But my point is, when they did move out, I kind of did make a joke to Danielle. I'm like, I guess, Homeland Security knows that I'm no threat, that I'm like a nice guy, nothing to worry about, right? Yeah, that's why they moved away. Good. Okay. So just a week later, there's some strange thing that goes on at the house, a couple of houses down from me. It's been on the market for ever, and I guess now they're renting it out to some people. But there was some kind of a gas leak, and I guess new people literally just moved in. I don't know the whole story, but today as I'm coming back from the gym, I thought it was strange. The dude is looking up. He's looking up, and I'm like, what is he doing here? He doesn't seem to quite fit. And he had something in his hand, and it turns out he was operating this.
Man, this is just nuts that you got this thing right outside of my house. Right after, literally, my neighbor works for Homeland Security. It's crazy. He just moved out. He was only here a couple of months. I wonder if it's all connected. I don't know. You tell me, guys.
Yeah, right outside my house. This thing had high definition cameras and everything else. And he's operating this drone. So of course I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I gotta go over there and get this guy on tape. Just in case,
Oh, Victor, you didn't scare me. This is Victor just moved in. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, how are you?
So, he's got this crazy drone. Just moved in right next to me.
And what Jacob doesn't know is I'm recording him as well.
I know.
We're recording
And it's crazy. Some people are going to say that I'm being watched. You know this. If you knew what channel I had. Hey, man, it was so nice meeting you. God bless you.
Jacob. God bless you as well.
Talk to you soon. Hey, I may be calling on you. Maybe I can get some footage.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'll swing by.
I'm not saying, we have Homeland Security moves out now, this high-tech, company that uses these drones. I don't know. See, here's the thing. you hear these stories about these conspiracy people, you know, oh, they came in and talked to me, and oh, we had to meet at a restaurant, and they said, you better not talk about this. And it's like, it sounds like it's all like fear porn nonsense, right? Because see, I'm not trying to get anybody to do anything. I'm very much, you know, you render unto Caesar what is Caesar's. Very simple, right? They want you to pay, you pay your taxes. You do the right thing. You follow the laws of the land. You can be in the world, but not of the world. I would never, ever try to convince people to take up arms again, because see, I have faith that God's going to take care of all that it's going to work out. I have faith. I believe that just putting the right thought out there can literally shape and reshape worlds. So when Homeland Security moved in behind me, yeah, for a second, a millisecond, I thought to myself, yeah, maybe they're keeping a little tab on me, right? Now that the channel's at 100K. Maybe that's what's going on. There's a part of me. And then I was like, you know what? Nah, it's all right. That's not the reason it's there. Because see, here's the thing. We do kind of create our reality. And if I'm one of those guys that starts worrying about this stuff, you think it's crazy that they just pop up behind us, right? And then you find out months later, very nice family, no big deal, nothing to see here. They move away. Maybe they think I'm onto them, right? And then you got the drone operator over here, him and his company. They move in down the street, just like two houses down. They got the drone like right outside my house. So I break out my camera and what do? Well, guess what? Now you're gonna meet them. You're gonna meet them, right? So do you think I'm being spied on? Or do you think the more reasonable explanation is this is a guy who has a high-end drone company that uses it for surveillance or for, I don't know. Well, take a look.
Amazing drone. This thing is insane. It's like something out of the movie.
What Jacob doesn't know is I'm recording him as well.
What Jacob doesn't know is I'm recording him as well.
Okay, so like I did think to myself, that's a little weird. Yeah, I'm pulling up and I see a drone over my house. I mean, and it is, you know, here's the thing, right? I wouldn't have thought too much about this. But I wanted to share it because, I mean, it is kind of funny. I want you in the comment section to tell me what you think. I think he's a nice guy. You know, I said, God bless you. He said, God bless you to me, right? I mean, it could be one of those things too where he's a drone operator. He's making himself known. This is his business. So if I see drones flying around outside my house, right, with high definition cameras that can zoom in and everything else, not to worry. I actually asked Danielle, I said, Danielle, don't you think it's a little weird? She goes, well, I mean, he was really out in the open about it. Take a look. Oh, and look at how pretty she is too. When you see this is the first time Dan's on camera. I can't believe it. I'm nervous. Oh my God, you look so pretty. Look at how pretty you. This is the Dan. Oh my God, we're going to a basketball, not a cotillion. So we got a drone. We got the drone outside. Yes. And don't you think that's, you know what Dan said? She goes, oh, that's not weird. You know, it's right out in the open. And I said, well, wouldn't that like be the best way? Wouldn't that be the best way to explain why there are drones over our house? You know, you talk about these weird conspiratorial things. You talk about Planet X. You start to think, okay, maybe you're onto something. Maybe you're hitting something, right? Maybe when you're doing your videos about all the telescopes coming down and you don't really have any inside information, you tell people that you don't know what you're doing. You're just kind of following your intuition. You're following a little breadcrumbs. And you know what's interesting? Somebody today, oh God, I wish I knew who it was, but it's coming to me right now. Thank you for telling me that one of the Russian telescopes just went down. Yeah, that's another thing. So you start to think, maybe you're onto something, right? Maybe Homeland Security was there to keep an eye on me and they realized that we're just an awesome A-OK family and maybe now they got like surveillance on me. I don't think that's what's going on, but I thought it would make a great video and I thought it would get all of you all worked up. I can't wait to see what you think. I don't know, but there was one spooky thing. I'm going to leave you with this. There was one spooky thing that happened at one point where I'm talking to him and I'm filming him and he says, as Jacob's filming me, I'm recording him. And something stuck in my craw about that, and it wasn't the infection that I've gotten rid of or I'm getting rid of still. Please, I'm tired. It hurts.
What Jacob doesn't know is I'm recording him as well.
Was he recording me? That's because that would be weird, right? He doesn't know me. But he says it. He says it. Look.
What Jacob doesn't know is I'm recording him as well.
Do you think he was rolling? You think he's out there? And then he was making a little snide comment. He's like, oh, this guy's clueless. Oh, he's falling for hook, line, and sinker. So I'm going to be braggy. I'm going to be like, yeah, and guess what? While Jacob's recording me, I'm recording him. He said that. He's just a nice guy They were just nice people. When you deal with this stuff, it's gonna present itself. That's the thing. Whatever you focus on, it's going to present itself. If I want to be stressed out about all that and I want to get all paranoid and get all whatever, guess what could happen? I could let stuff like this happen. Now, I know it is strange. Not many people have had Homeland Security heads move in right behind them. I know it's strange. Not many people have drone operators with high definition cameras flying outside of their house. I know that's strange, but this is my world, right? And my channel, and what a great video this was. So you tell me in the comments, do me a favor, share it around. I don't think I'm being watched. And if I am, it's, you know, I mean, you'll see in the footage too. I like, I'm very, I put all the pillows up in all the, where any drone could get it. But I'm not, you know, nothing wrong with putting the thing over the camera on the computer. You don't want to be spied on. You know, Dan said, she goes, oh, that's not weird. You know, it's right out in the open. And I said, well, wouldn't that like be the best way? Wouldn't that be the best way to explain why there are drones over our house? Fear. It's amazing. Psychological fear. Psychological stuff. I don't buy into it. It doesn't bother me. I just thought this was going to be a great thing to talk about. And I'm sorry that I didn't have anything super inspiring and awesome to say, but this is a great lesson. Learn from it, okay? Not everything is what it is. Right? Not everything is what you believe it is, but it becomes whatever you attribute it to be. So if I think that I'm being spied on by all this stuff and I let that stuff go in, I mean, it could send somebody into a panic. And there's too much of that fear nonsense going on in these channels. But the best part is, you know, God doesn't give us the spirit of fear. Thoughts of fear, it's not from God. Where is it coming from? The enemy. So you operate above this stuff. You got to be in the world and not of it. Jesus knew when he was being tempted, when they were all messing with him, right? He knew. He knew. You're in the world, but you're not of it. Wise as a serpent, but harmless as a dove. That's what we all need to know. And I hope each and every one of you have the best Sunday ever. And I'll see you again on Tuesday, okay? Bye-bye. Love you. Please share it around. Do what you got to do. Check the bell. It's important. Help out the channel, and thank you for my patrons. I love you all so much, and I'm going to answer all your emails right when I put this down now. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.